Дамы и господа, вашему вниманию заключительный поединок предварительного карда. Специальный выставочный бой. 4-раундовое противостояние в весовой категории 69 килограммов. И первым в черный угол. Добро пожаловать, боец, представляющий Таджикистан и Россию по прозвищу Камил Карате, Камariddin Khasanov.
Well, we've got a special attraction for you here now on IBA.Pro 10. Because buoyantly bouncing his way into the arena is Kamariddin Khasanov. Born in Tajikistan, fighting out of Moscow, hence those two flags draped over his shoulder. And this man is more commonly known to his legion of fans. He's got 803,000 followers on Instagram, more widely known as Kamil Karate. A prominent mixed martial artist, karate master as his nickname suggests, and he into the ring for his first encounter in the professional boxing ranks. It's a contest that's scheduled for 3-minute rounds against another mixed martial artist. And we'll get more into the genesis of this bout in just a few moments' time.
По прозвищу Wushu Master, Andrey Efimov.
And into the arena is another man preparing for his professional boxing debut, but just like Kamariddin Khasanov, Andrey Efimov is no stranger to the world of combat sport. Nicknamed the Wushu Master, the 30-year-old from Tiva in Russia. Martial arts Wushu, as his nickname suggests. He's an expert at that. He's been in the bare knuckle code as well, Spencer, and on his debut he iced his opponent with a chilling single left hook after about 30 seconds of blistering action. Won his follow-up bare knuckle encounter. So these two men know their way around the world of combat, but each of them bringing their considerable social media followings and legions of fans to the noble art of the sweet science. Every time they've come together, there's been a little bit of friction, a little bit of back and forth, and here they are about to square off over 4 threes in the noble art of self-defense.
Он обладатель Кубка мира, призер чемпионата мира и победитель международных турниров по карате, обладатель черного пояса и многократный чемпион Таджикистана. Дамы и господа, приветствуйте! Kamariddin Kamil Karate Khasanov! А вот и его соперник в золотом углу ринга. Ему 30 лет, его рост 175 сантиметров, а вес 69 килограммов ровно. Сегодня у него профессиональный дебют, но он победитель турниров «Стрелка» из Твери, Россия. Приветствуйте, Андрей Wushu Master Efimov! И с ударом гонга рефери Сергей Летунов.
So here a look at the tail of the tape. Both men weighing in on the 69-kilogram limit. That's 152 pounds in old money. Sergei Letunov, the third man in the ring.
Alex. Box.
So we're underway then. 4 3-minute rounds in a special attraction at 69 kilograms between two mixed martial arts masters squaring off as boxers for the very first time. The man wearing the black trunks trimmed with gold, looking a little bit loose as he goes in search of his own offense with those scything left hooks, is Kamariddin Khasanov, more widely known as Kamil Karate, 36 years of age, weighed in bang on the 69-kilogram limit. As did it, oh, there's a looping left hook which catches the close-cropped head of his opponent wearing white trunks trimmed with gold, and that is Andrey Efimov. And again, these two men have the heart for battle. They're proven fighting men, but here facing off for the first time under the strict Marquis of Queensberry rules, Spence, of 3-minute rounds, no hitting below the belt, no back fists, no elbows, no legs. This is strictly boxing, landing to the target area, no rabbit punches allowed.
Yep, this is all about bragging rights here. Both guys with big social media presence. and they will go in there. And I tell you what, you won't get maybe the skill set of some of the fights that we have seen, but you're going to get the entertainment backed up for sure. And these guys will definitely leave it all in there because, like I say, bragging rights, egos on the line. Trust me, that makes you deliver.
So halfway through the opening round, Efimov just creeping forwards across the canvas, reaching for that left jab. But again, we're not here to criticize Spence, just observe as he hits the Billy Joe Saunders celebration that he rocked against David Lemieux, looking for the shot out of the ring. But look at the circuitous route those punches are taking from Kamil Karate, Kamariddin Khasanov. The hooks are coming back by the belt line, so too are the crosses. And if Efimov can exploit that, he could find himself with a wide open chin to tee off on.
Absolutely, Efimov pushing forward and looking for the opening. He's the one trying to force this. Khasanov, who's boxing on the back foot for the majority of this round, is just winging away, no real thought process around his work. And Efimov is the guy that is been more successful in this opening belt, walking forward, not a lot of head movement, walking in straight lines, but that's enough. Like that solid jab there was a scoring shot.
So Kamil Karate, Kamariddin Khasanov switching to orthodox now. Nice defensive use of the gloves to get them up around his head to fend off the incoming fire from the left hand of Efimov. And then another forward foray, but then a sharp right hand over the top from Efimov, followed by a looping left hook. And he is though, he's saying to his man, stand and fight. He feels that Kamil Karate is on the run, on his bike, backing away from the action. And Efimov telling Kamil Karate to hold your ground and let's give these fans what they came to see.
Yeah, Efimov got off with a good start there. He landed the shots. He feels that he has the strength. Khasanov was on the move, and he was moving more and more as that round went on. And you just feel Efimov grew in confidence, and he was the better of the two, the more capable of the two in that opening round. Now here's the million-dollar question. Khasanov, can he turn it around? Can he do something slightly different? Because it didn't work for him moving on the back foot and swinging with no thought process behind it at all. I get these guys have not been in a boxing ring before, so it is all new to them. So there's a respect from me for sure, because it takes a lot of courage to get in there. Yes, they have fought in different combats, but look at this now. Efimov oozing confidence. Here we go, round two.
So beginning the second round, well, I was going to say as an orthodox boxer, it's Khasanov, but he's quickly switched back to the southpaw stance. Efimov in the white front, trimmed with gold, takes the right jab to the body, walking forward, letting looping shots go again is Kamil Karate, man in the black trimmed with gold. Mentioned the fact that Khasanov was born in Tajikistan but fights out of Moscow. There's a crunching, looping southpaw left landed by Khasanov. Efimov is actually born in Chechnya but fostered by a Russian family, so grew up in Russia. Very much regards himself as Russian. Again, these are two men with fervent fan bases amongst the social media crowd.
Yeah, and Efimov on the front foot, pushing forward, looking for the opening. Khasanov happy to move on the outside, but it looks like he's surviving at the moment, doesn't it? He's not really, no real ambition in there from Khasanov. I'd like to see him doing a little bit more. This is a 4-round contest, which means it's a sprint. You can't afford to lose the rounds. And to be fair, Efimov is the guy that he's chasing, the guy that's trying to make a contest of this one. But Khasanov is just not standing there. Good, nice little hook there from him, though, followed by the body shot. Let's see if he can build on that.
Trying to launch these raiding attacks is Khasanov. We've referenced the great Roy Jones Jr. on a couple of occasions tonight. And just like Roy Jones Jr., he released his album somewhat 20 odd years ago now, Spence. Kamil Karate, Kamariddin Khasanov, has also released a couple of singles, often raps his way towards the cage or the arena. He released a single in 2022 and another one in 2024. wraps en route to his place of combat. And again, he brings that entertainment value, that swag, which has got his legions of almost 1 million fans on Instagram alone so engaged whenever he prepares to fight.
Well, let's see if he'll be singing on the way out of the ring, the exit, because Khasanov, for me, losing these first couple of rounds, and if he doesn't do something slightly different, you would suspect that that song that he sings on the way out will be quite a sad one. I don't think we'll be getting any rap tunes coming out anytime soon.
Rap can deal with disappointment and the melancholy as well, Spence. Not all bravado and cars and money. Listen to the late great DMX and slipping. It can search the soul and show that softer side to the personality. But we digress. As Kamariddin Khasanov thinks that he's got the second round in the bag as he goes back to his black corner, all smiles after 2 completed rounds of action. He's adopting a back foot strategy here, Spence. The man, as you pointed out, looking to take it to him is Efimov, and sometimes the judges, well, they can reward aggression, but of course it has to be effective aggression. Just coming forward shouldn't be enough, but make no mistake, the front foot pressure being applied by this man.
Absolutely, Efimov, for me, doing enough for that reason on that front foot, trying to create the fight here, trying to make the fight here. He's landed a couple of stiff jabs on the way in. Efimov has had little success on the back foot. He's covered a lot of miles, that's for sure. You know, if you look at it. And for me, he needs to do something quite substantial here, Efimov, to gain the respect of Efimov.
So moving to the second half of this contest, scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds. Mentioned on his ring walk that the genesis of this contest is pretty interesting, because at the Golden Era event where Spencer was back in July in Istanbul in Turkey, a suited and booted Kamariddin Khasanov stood up in front of IBA president Mr. Umar Kremlov, and coming forwards now, and a blistering roundhouse left followed by a right has put Kamariddin Khasanov face first on the canvas. He's beaten the count, but his legs have completely gone, and referee Mr. Sergei Latunov has waved it off. A terrific inside the distance victory fashioned by the hard-hitting Andrey Efimov. The moment he got him into the corner, there was the left hand, followed by a right, and he fell to the floor so hard the first thing to hit the canvas was his shoulder. Devastating knockout secured by Andrey Efimov. And in this heavily hyped battle between mixed martial artists, well, that final right hand practically put his eyeballs in orbit, and we have to hope that Kamariddin Khasanov is okay. But boxing on the back foot like that, when his back touched the ropes, there was nowhere for him to go, and his chin was up in the air like a weather vane, and cleanly picked off by that swooping final right hand from Andrey Efimov. And we mentioned the punches were coming back to the on-guard position in a rather circuitous fashion. That presented an open chin. We posed the question as to whether Efimov would be able to find it. And in the third round, well, he did exactly that, checking the chin and turning the lights out at Kamariddin Khasanov.
Yeah, Efimov was a good performance. He kept pressing, he was looking, he was gaining momentum. Khasanov, he come with a game plan, and that was to get on his bike and maybe nick the fight on the outside. He allowed his opponent to gain the confidence, gain the momentum, and look at him now, how pleased he is with that finishing 2-punch combination that absolutely flattened his opponent. Khasanov, he gave it an effort, he gave it a go, but just wasn't good enough. Good to see him smiling, up on his feet. It was a crushing defeat. To see how he handles that one, gets over it. It could be a tough next week for him, but here we see the finish, the hook, the cross. They sort of come in. He didn't see it. Back was straight, head was up in the air. Boom, on the chin, and the final one landed flush. And Ron McIntosh pointed that one out. Hit the floor heavily, shoulder first, face first. He was never going to beat the count. Just thankfully, he's up, he's okay. I think he was asking his corner man if it was all over there. I don't think he even recognises where it was a big knockout. But there's the victorious man.
Рефери поединка Сергей Летунов остановил бой через 34 секунды третьего раунда. Техническим нокаутом победу одержал Андрей Wushu Master Efimov.
So the winner by knockout in the third round of a contest scheduled for 4 is the Wushu Master, Andrey Efimov, the 30-year-old from Tiva in Russia, prevailing over his bitter multi-combat rival Kamariddin Khasanov. Kamil Karate KO'd in the third round. An entertaining affair. There's Mr. Al Siesta, the CEO of IBA.Pro, ringside. We're going to hear from the Wushu Master now.
Питер, приветствую всех! Короче, вот такое шоу получилось. Итак, значит, Питерская улица научила меня одному правилу. Если драка неизбежна, бить надо первым. Владимир Владимирович, с наступающим. Также спасибо Алсиесте, Умару Кремлеву, которые сделали это мероприятие. Спасибо, что позвали. Надеюсь, вам все понравилось. Что еще сказать? Всем спасибо. А ну-ка еще похлопайте там вот это. Кайф, кайф. Очень круто. Спасибо.
Добрый вечер. Всем ассаламу алейкум. Санкт-Петербург. Я специально сделал футболку нашего президента Эмомали Рахмон. Вчера был день рождения. Поздравляю. Также завтра будет президент России Владимир Владимирович Путин. Вместе мы сила. Россия вперед. Таджикистан попеш. Спасибо за бой. Это у нас был дебютный бой. Ну, хотели 4 раунда показать, но что-то пошло не так. Выигрывал. Ну, ладно. Это нас делает сильнее. Спасибо всем. Россия вперед! Таджикистан попеш и всем остальным людям. Нас объединяет только спорт. Никогда не разделяйте людей. Будьте мужчинами, защищайте женщин. И уважайте себя, и уважайте других. Спорт должен только объединять. Ты красавчик, молодец.
Я знаю, что ты работаешь руки, ноги, это твоя стихия, поэтому мы с тобой можем провести реванш, руки, ноги.
Он русский, я таджик. Видите, как мы общаемся? Русский вперед! Таджикистан, попеш! Также узбеки, казахи, кыргызы, чеченцы, дагестанцы. Давайте объединимся, как раньше наши в СССР дружили. Наши деды, прадедушки защищали нашу землю. Давайте объединимся, тоже будем защищать, чтобы нас боялись.
Ух, ну и речь, конечно. Я хотел бы обратиться, значит, у меня есть один соперник на примете, с которым у нас есть незаконченное дело. Мухаммед Хайбати, если ты здесь, выходи на ринг. Я хочу тебе бросить вызов по боксу. У нас должен был быть бой в Казахстане по ММА, но он сорвался. Поэтому, если ты где-то здесь, иди сюда. Кажется, его нету. Ну, на нет и сюда нет. Ну, вы меня услышали.